Hey guys, it's Ben with The Battle Within, and this episode I wanted to talk about my story and what I've faced with Crohn so far. I'm going to get pretty specific, but the point of this isn't to garner sympathy. I don't need anybody commenting, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what you went through," or anything like that. It was hard, granted, but the reason I'm making this video is if somebody's going through this right now, I want you guys to see that you're not alone and that there's other people out there like you that are going through the same things you are, and that it's okay. You're going to make it through. And there's still days when I feel like I'm not going to make it. But I want to make this video right now to show that everyone's going to have their ups and downs, and we're all going to make it through this and figure it out. So I'll just get right into it. It was November 2013. Everything was going fine. I just got a brand new job. Things seemed like they were going really well. It was really out of nowhere. I thought my appendix was going to burst. I was at work finishing up my last week, and everyone thought I was faking because it was my last week at the job, and they knew I was going straight into another job. I'd actually extended my time and got sick on the first day of the week I extended. So no one really believed me when I said I was sick, but it was pretty painful. I went to the ER, and I thought, like I said, my appendix was going to burst. They told me that I had ileitis and that my intestines were swollen. And I didn't really know what that meant. They said to follow up with your doctor. I kind of put it off because I had a new job, and I felt better after the stuff that they gave me. They put me on prednisone. I was on prednisone for a long time. Anyways, about 3 months later, when I actually started doing the follow-ups and they were trying to figure it out, I was told that I had colitis, ulcerative colitis, IBS, all sorts of stuff before they finally figured out it was Crohn's. They found it was Crohn's from a biopsy on a colonoscopy, which is something I never thought I'd have at 23 years old. But anyways, that was fun. And they told me that it was Crohn's, and they put me on Delzacol, which is for ulcerative colitis, but they wanted to try that first. I had an allergic reaction to that. Had hives all over, so that was fun. And man, what did they do after that? After that, I had a kind of a bad experience with my doctor. He canceled a couple appointments on me. It was about 2 months without seeing anybody. I was actually in the process of starting Humira at that time, and I couldn't see my doctor to get it started, so I went and found another doctor, and he did some tests and stuff, told me I had a fistula. So they put me on Humira and something else, I can't remember. I'm really bad at that stuff, but I was on dual therapy, so that might ring a bell if your doctor's telling that to you. And that dual therapy was pretty hardcore. I felt pretty sick from the Humira, the first few injections. They said that was normal. To sum it all up in just a quick little couple sentences, some stuff happened with insurance and my job, and I moved, and there was issues with the prescription. So I was getting progressively worse and worse. Nothing really seemed to be working out, and I went to the hospital probably 4 or 5 times before they figured out that I had a massive abscess in my hip and a couple other smaller abscesses. The one in my hip was preventing me from standing up straight, so I had a feeling something was wrong, but I didn't really know what it was. I was actually going to the chiropractor to try to figure it out because I thought that my hips were out of alignment or something, but turns out I couldn't straighten out my leg because there was literally something in the way. So We did interventional radiology, and they were trying to get them all that way. They corrected a couple of them that way, but the main one, the big one, they found it had an active connection to my intestines, so everything I was eating was just going straight into it. So I ended up moving back to my hometown to be with my family, because I knew I was going to have a serious surgery and I wanted to be able to go home after. And they ended up doing the surgery. They removed 16 inches of my small bowel. It was a pretty rough recovery. They had me on some pretty heavy drugs. They pretty much slit me from my sternum to pretty low, we'll just say that. And it was tough. They had to put me on bowel rest, so I have a temporary ostomy or ileostomy bag. So basically my intestine is sticking out of my stomach right now, and my whole colon isn't being used. So that's kind of hard. Sometimes I feel like I don't even want to go out anywhere because I'm afraid that people will notice and things like that. But I'm getting used to it. I finally figured out how to get it to work right without having any issues. So if you have any questions on my recommendations about that, feel free to ask me. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm waiting for my reversal surgery. It's been pushed back a few times, to my frustration. But the whole reason, like I said before, that I wanted to share this with everyone is just, I know that there's a lot of groups out there and a lot of ways that, you know, you can talk to people and things like that, but for me that just didn't really do it. I didn't want to feel like I was in AA or something like that. So for some reason I just decided to take to YouTube and share my story, and I've seen a few other people that have done that, and they actually kind of inspired me to make this. One YouTuber is Fiercely Flaring. I was pretty impressed that she could just be open about this and share it with the world, so I decided that I would do it too. And you know, I was hoping that I could just relate to people who are going through the same thing. You know, young people who are faced with this. There's not really a lot of knowledge about it in the mainstream. Not a lot of people really understand what we're going through. Everyone I've told I have Crohn's disease, they're like, oh, I've heard of that, but I have no idea what it is. So people don't understand how difficult it is, and I just wanted to share that, you know, something that I've heard, and I'm really bad at quotes too. I'm really bad at quoting the source, but the more personal something feels, it's usually more universal. So I just wanted to solidify that with everyone, that there's other people going through this, and you know, we can all work together and talk about it. So that's all I wanted to say for this video, just kind of give you some background on me. In further videos I want to talk about some of my opinions on Crohn's disease, and maybe even some efforts to get further research done. Those are some things I've been thinking about, so I'll keep you tuned and see you next time.